Good morning, everyone. So, let's begin with chapter 9, that is public sector enterprises. So, in this chapter, we will see the meaning, the objectives, the role of public sector unit, then the characteristics, advantages, and disadvantages. So, let's begin. So, what is public sector enterprise? Public sector enterprise is an enterprise which is established, owned, and financed with the taxpayers' money by the government with the motive of not at all making profit, but rendering essential commodities or services to the consumers, that is the public. It is also called a statutory or corporation. So, next slide is about the objectives of PSU. First is to impetus economic growth and boost industrialization in the country, to develop infrastructure, railways, telecommunication, nuclear power, defense, etc., to promote redistribution of income and wealth and create employment opportunities, to produce import substitutes and utilize the natural resources of country in national interest, to ensure easy availability of articles of mass consumption, to invest in areas where private investors are not ready because of high risk, low return on investment, lack of technology and large gestation period. Next slide is about the role of public sector in Indian economy. The first is capital formation. Gross domestic capital has increased from 10.7% to 24.6%. So, there is a rapid increase. The share of the public sector improved from 3.5% to 9.2%. The share of the public sector which accounted for 1/3 of the capital increases to about 1/2 during 6th plan and has declined to 37%. Second role is employment. In 1971, total number of workers employed was 71 lakhs. It increased to 196 lakh by 1997. So, as per the data, you can see how rapidly the graph has gone up. Next role is share of public sector in GDP. The GDP share raises in the following manner. 1960-61 it was 80%. 1970-71 it was 14%, 1980-81 it was 20%, 1992 to 1993 it was 25%. So, as you can see, there is an increase of 5% in every step. Fourth is development of infrastructure. The government took the initiative to create and expand the infrastructure quite successfully in the following areas, mainly the transportation, communication, fuel, energy and basic heavy industries. Very important role is it provides strong industrial base. The industrialization has been boosted after independence. It preserved industries like atomic energy, ammunition and armaments, aircraft, etc. for the interest of national security. It also took responsibility of developing certain industries like coal, iron and steel, aircraft, shipbuilding sector. In 1996, share of public sector in mining, communication, railways and defense was 100% of the total GDP. In electricity, water and gas, they had 95% share, and in banking and insurance up to 83%. Next role of PSU is export promotion. Foreign exchange earnings of the public sector increased from about rupees 35 crore in 1965 to 1966 to 9198 crore in 1991 to 1992. So, you can see the gradual change and the rapid increase in the foreign exchange earnings. Next slide is about the characteristics of public sector enterprises. First characteristics is government ownership. It is totally owned by the government. Its majority shares are taken up by the government. In this enterprise, sometimes 50% of the share is owned by the government. Second, government management and control. It is one autonomous body which is managed and owned by the government. Government controls and manages organization by appointing key personnel. It is like board of directors, managing directors, chairman and so on, which manage the appointing, transfer of the members and so on. Next is public accountability. They are operated by government fund. It is also accountable to general public. It is carried out by the parliament and helps in providing goods and services for public. Next, very important characteristic is service motive. It provides service to the public. It provides goods and services to the public at reasonable price. It is guided by service motive, but it can earn nominal profit. Autonomous. It is one autonomous body which is managed and owned by government. It receives fund from the government, but government doesn't interfere in the day-to-day activities or working of the organization. Next characteristic feature is monopoly. Government has monopoly in this sector. Separate legal entity. It is established under acts and is run under the law. It can purchase and sell securities, can enter into any contract and can sue and can be sued. Next and the last is stability. It is generally stable and perpetual in nature. So I hope whatever I have explained today is clear to you. Hope to see you in the next class. Thank you. Have a